My name is Luciana. I'm originally from Portugal, but I've been living in Ireland for most of my life. What I'm about to tell you happened a few years ago, but it still sends a chill down my spine every single time I think about it. The memory is so vivid, it's like a permanent scar on my mind. At the time, I was 16. My older sister, Marina, who was 23, was staying with our uncle in Lisbon for the summer. We've always been incredibly close, more like best friends than just sisters, so being apart was tough. I was stuck in school back in Cork, so to bridge the distance, we'd FaceTime almost every single night. It was our little ritual, a way to catch up on everything and nothing, just like we would if we were in the same room. One Friday night, we were on one of our usual calls. I was telling her about some boring school trauma, and she was describing the amazing food she'd been eating. It was all so normal, so routine. But then, in the middle of her sentence, she just stopped. Her face on my screen completely froze. Her eyes went wide, and she wasn't looking at me anymore. She was staring at something behind her phone, something out her window. Her voice dropped to a terrified whisper. "Lucy, he's here again." I was confused. "Who's here again? What are you talking about?" She started explaining, her words trembling. For the past few nights, she'd seen a man standing across the street from our uncle's house late at night. He would just stand there, completely still, under a street lamp. And he was always holding a black umbrella. That detail was strange enough, but what she said next made my blood run cold. She told me it hadn't rained in Lisbon for over a week. An umbrella, when there was no rain. My first instinct was to rationalize it. "Marina, it's probably just some weirdo. Lock the doors, close the curtains, and ignore him. He'll get bored and leave." But then she said something that completely twisted my stomach into a knot. "Lissy, that's not the scariest part." She took a shaky breath. "He casts a shadow, so he can't be a ghost." I remember laughing, trying to break the tension. It was a nervous, hollow laugh. A ghost? What was she talking about? I told her she was watching too many horror movies and that she was just letting her imagination run wild in a new city. We talked for a few more minutes, but the mood was ruined. She was clearly spooked, and I felt helpless being so far away. We ended the call, and I tried to put it out of my mind. But seconds later, my phone buzzed. It was a video from Marina. I opened it, and my heart hammered against my ribs. The video was shaky, clearly filmed in a hurry through a gap in her curtains. But there he was, just as she described. A tall, dark figure standing motionless under the orange glow of a street lamp. He was holding a black umbrella, a stark silhouette against the night. He didn't move. He just stood there, watching. I watched the short clip over and over, and a deep sense of dread started to creep over me. The next night was Saturday. My friends Amelia, Sam, and Rowan wanted to hang out, and honestly, I needed the distraction. We decided to go to a local park, a big open space with old trees that always felt a little spooky after dark. We found a secluded spot, spread out a blanket, and just started talking. Then Amelia, who was always into supernatural stuff, pulled something out of her backpack with a mischievous grin. A Ouija board. My friends thought it was a great idea, a bit of harmless fun. I felt a knot of unease, thinking about Marina and the man with the umbrella. To show them I wasn't scared, I pulled out my phone and decided to FaceTime Marina. I wanted to show her what we were doing, maybe even make her laugh about it. The moment her face appeared on my screen and she saw the board on the blanket, she went completely pale. Her eyes were wide with genuine fear. She almost screamed into the phone. "Don't touch that board. Luciana, I'm serious. Put it away, now." Her reaction was so intense, so panicked, it should have been a red flag. But I was 16, surrounded by my friends, and feeling a bit cocky. I rolled my eyes and said something like, "Relax, Marina, it's just a game." I ignored her desperate pleas. My friends were all placing their fingertips lightly on the planchette. I hesitated for a second, then joined them. Amelia started with the usual questions. Is anyone here with us? The planchette moved slowly to yes. Typical. We all giggled nervously. Then, feeling bold and a little bit defiant, I asked my own question. I spoke it out loud into the quiet of the park. Is the umbrella man following my sister? The second the words left my mouth, the atmosphere changed. The air grew heavy and cold. The planchette, which had been moving sluggishly, was suddenly ripped from under our fingers with incredible force. It didn't just slide. It flew across the grass, landing several feet away with a thud. We all screamed and scrambled backwards. The game was over. We packed up in a terrified hurry and practically ran out of the park. I thought that would be the end of it. I was wrong. It was only the beginning. The night after the Ouija board incident, strange things started happening around me. It began with the lights. I'd be in my room and the lamp on my desk would flicker and die. Then the main light would go out, plunging me into darkness. It happened in the kitchen, the hallway, anywhere I was. My mom thought it was a wiring issue and called an electrician, but he couldn't find a single thing wrong with the house. Then came the whispers. When I was alone, I'd hear faint, indistinct voices, like someone was murmuring just on the edge of my hearing. I could never make out the words. I'd whip my head around, but there was never anyone there. It felt like the house, my own home, was no longer empty, even when I was the only one in it. The most terrifying part, though, was what happened when I was asleep. I started waking up with these deep, dark bruises on my legs. They were shaped like fingerprints, like someone had been gripping me tightly in my sleep. I had no memory of how they got there. I was a quiet sleeper. I never thrashed around. Yet every few days, new bruises would appear on my shins and thighs. I was exhausted, scared, and felt like I was losing my mind. I told my mom, showed her the bruises, and she tried to find a logical explanation. But after weeks of this, even she couldn't deny that something was deeply wrong. She's not an overly religious person, but she was desperate. She did the only thing she could think of. She called a priest. I'll never forget the day he came to our house. He was a kind, elderly man with gentle eyes. He listened patiently as my mom and I explained everything that had been happening, from Marina's story to the Ouija board and the terrifying events that followed. He didn't dismiss us or call us crazy. He just nodded, his expression serious. He walked through every room of our house, sprinkling holy water and reciting prayers in Latin. He gave me a small silver cross necklace and told me to wear it and to never take it off. He performed a blessing over me, his hand resting on my head as he prayed. The moment he finished, it was like a weight I didn't even know I was carrying was lifted off my chest. The air in the house felt lighter, cleaner. And after that day, everything stopped. The lights stayed on, the whispers fell silent. I never woke up with another unexplained bruise again. As for Marina, the man with the umbrella was gone. The night we used the Ouija board was the last time she ever saw him. It's like whatever was focused on her, I had somehow invited to focus on me instead. It's been years now. I still live in Ireland. I'm older and I try to be rational about things, but I can't explain what happened. Was it a dark entity? A curse I brought upon myself? I don't have any answers. All I know is that I still wear that cross necklace the priest gave me. I wear it every single day. I never take it off. And I never will. Some things you just don't mess with. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've had any experiences like this, I'd be really interested to read about them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing for more. Stay safe out there.